Remember that time you pulled an all-nighter? Yeah, me too. We've all been there. Staring at textbooks fueled by caffeine and desperation as the clock ticks closer to dawn. The pressure's on, the exam looms, and sleep seems like a luxury we can't afford. We tell ourselves it's the only way, that cramming will magically make everything stick. But let's be real, how much of that information actually stayed with us? Chances are not much. We might have scraped by on the test, but at what cost? Exhaustion, stress, and a brain that feels fried. Not exactly a recipe for long-term learning. The truth is, all-nighters are a trap. They're a band-aid solution that masks a deeper problem. Inefficient studying. We fall into the trap because, well, sometimes it feels like we have no other choice. Deadlines loom large and procrastination is a master manipulator. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way to study smarter, not harder. A way to actually enjoy the learning process and retain information without sacrificing your sleep, sanity, or social life. It all starts with understanding that effective studying isn't about brute force memorization. It's about creating the right conditions for your brain to thrive. Think of it like setting up the perfect workspace. You wouldn't try to work in a cluttered, chaotic environment, would you? Your brain is the same way. It needs the right environment, both physically and mentally, to focus, absorb information, and perform at its best. That's what we're going to explore in this journey towards mastering the ultimate study session. We'll delve into the secrets of creating a study sanctuary that promotes focus and productivity. We'll uncover the power of audio in influencing our concentration and setting the mood for learning. And most importantly, we'll equip you with practical tips and strategies to overcome common study pitfalls and unlock your full learning potential. So, ditch the energy drinks and say goodbye to all-nighters, because it's time to discover a better way to study. Imagine this. You're settled into a comfortable chair, bathed in soft, natural light. Your favorite playlist hums in the background, not distracting but creating a focused atmosphere. Your notes are laid out before you, not in a jumbled mess, but organized and inviting. You take a deep breath, feeling calm and in control. This isn't some idyllic fantasy, it's the power of a well-designed study session. The key lies in understanding that our environment profoundly impacts our ability to focus and learn. Just like a plant needs the right soil, sunlight and water to flourish, our brains thrive in environments that support concentration and information retention. It's about creating a space where distractions fade away and your mind is free to fully engage with the material. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about understanding the science behind focus. Our brains are wired to respond to external cues. A cluttered desk sends signals of chaos, while a well-organized workspace promotes a sense of calm and control. Similarly, harsh lighting can strain our eyes and induce fatigue, while natural light boosts our mood and alertness. So how do we transform our study spaces from procrastination stations to productivity powerhouses? It's all about making conscious choices that align with our brain's natural inclinations. We'll explore these choices in detail, covering everything from the ideal lighting to the perfect study snacks. Get ready to unlock the secrets of creating a study sanctuary that will make you actually look forward to hitting the books. Let's talk about the physical space. Think back to your favorite study spots. What did they have in common? Chances are they were comfortable, well-lit, and relatively free of distractions. Our brains crave order and clarity, and that starts with our surroundings. Start by decluttering. A clear space equals a clear mind. Get rid of anything that doesn't directly contribute to your studies. Put away the video games, silence your phone, and banish that pile of laundry to a distant corner. Your study space should be a haven dedicated to learning, not a breeding ground for procrastination. Next, consider lighting. Harsh fluorescent lights can be a recipe for headaches and eye strain. Natural light is best, so position your desk near a window if possible. If you're studying after dark, opt for soft, warm lighting that won't tire your eyes. A well-placed desk lamp can work wonders. Don't forget about ergonomics. A comfortable chair that supports good posture is essential for long study sessions. You don't want to end up with a backache on top of exam stress. Experiment with different seating arrangements until you find what works best for you. Now that we've covered the physical environment, let's talk about creating the right mental atmosphere for studying. Music can be a powerful tool for setting the mood, but it's not one size fits all. What works for one person might be incredibly distracting for another. The key is to experiment and find what helps you focus best. Some people swear by classical music, citing its ability to improve concentration and memory. Others find solace in the calming sounds of nature or ambient electronic music. And then there are those who prefer complete silence, allowing their thoughts to flow freely without any auditory distractions. The important thing is to pay attention to how different types of audio make you feel. Do you find yourself tapping your feet and losing focus when a song with lyrics comes on? Does the gentle hum of white noise help drown out distracting background chatter? The beauty of audio is its versatility. You can curate playlists specifically designed for different study tasks. Need to power through some reading? Try instrumental music or nature sounds. Facing a challenging problem set? Upbeat classical or electronic music might provide the mental boost you need. Feeling overwhelmed and stressed? Calming ambient sounds or binaural beats can help soothe your mind and bring you back to a state of focus. The possibilities are endless, so don't be afraid to experiment and discover what works best for you. Remember, the goal is to create an auditory environment that enhances your focus, not hinders it. So, we've talked about transforming your desk into a study sanctuary. But who says studying has to be confined to the same four walls? Sometimes a change of scenery can do wonders for your focus and creativity. Think outside the box, or rather, outside your bedroom. Your ideal study environment might be waiting just around the corner. Remember those days in school when the teacher announced class outside, the collective sigh of relief, the sudden burst of energy? There's a reason for that. Fresh air and natural surroundings have an incredible ability to rejuvenate our minds and bodies. Studies have shown that spending time in nature can reduce stress, improve mood, and even boost cognitive function. So grab your books, find a shady spot under a tree, and let the gentle breeze invigorate your senses. The sound of birdsong and rustling leaves can be surprisingly soothing, creating a natural soundtrack for your study session. If you're feeling adventurous, take your learning on the go. Head to a local park, a botanical garden, or even just your backyard. You might be surprised at how much more you absorb when you're surrounded by the beauty of the natural world. Now, you might be thinking, John, I live in a concrete jungle, not a nature reserve. No worries, I hear you. The good news is you don't need a sprawling forest to reap the benefits of studying outdoors. Even small pockets of nature can make a difference. Got a balcony? Set up a cozy study nook with some plants and a comfortable chair. Find a quiet bench in a neighborhood park, or explore nearby walking trails. Even just opening a window to let in fresh air and natural light can make a world of difference. The key is to find those little pockets of peace and quiet where you can escape the confines of your usual study space and reconnect with the natural world. Remember, the goal is to find a space that feels both stimulating and calming. Too much noise or activity can be distracting, so choose your outdoor study spots wisely. Look for places that offer a balance of nature's tranquility and the focus you need to dive into your studies. You might be surprised at how inspiring a change of scenery can be. For some, the gentle hum of a coffee shop is the perfect recipe for productivity. The subtle background chatter, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, the gentle clinking of cups. It's a sensory experience that signals focus and concentration. If you thrive in a bustling environment, coffee shops can be a great alternative to the solitude of home or the library. The key to success in this environment lies in choosing the right spot. Look for a table that's relatively secluded, away from the hustle and bustle of the ordering counter or the entrance. Noise-cancelling headphones can be your best friend here, allowing you to control the auditory landscape and create your own little bubble of concentration amidst the surrounding activity. Remember, coffee shop etiquette is important. Be mindful of other patrons and keep your noise level down. Order something to support the business, even if it's just a small coffee or pastry. And remember, those comfy armchairs might look inviting, but they're not always conducive to good posture and focus. Opt for a table and chair that allow you to sit upright and maintain good ergonomics. Ah, the library, the original study sanctuary, the smell of old books, the hushed whispers, the rows upon rows of knowledge just waiting to be explored. For some, the library is a sacred space, a haven of quiet contemplation and intellectual pursuit. If you crave silence and structure, the library might be your ideal study environment. One of the greatest benefits of studying in a library is the sense of community it provides. You're surrounded by fellow students and scholars, all engaged in the pursuit of knowledge. This shared sense of purpose can be incredibly motivating, reminding you that you're not alone in your academic journey. Libraries also offer a wealth of resources, from books and journals to computers and printers. Take advantage of these resources. Need to research a particular topic? Ask a librarian for help navigating the stacks. Looking for a quiet corner to focus? Explore different floors or sections of the library to find your perfect study nook. And don't forget to take breaks. Get up and stretch, browse the shelves, or simply step outside for a breath of fresh air. A change of pace can do wonders for your focus and creativity. Ultimately, the best study environment is the one that works best for you. There's no right or wrong answer, only what helps you focus, absorb information, and achieve your academic goals. So experiment, try different locations, different times of day, different study setups. Pay attention to what makes you feel energized and focused, and what leaves you feeling drained and distracted. Remember, your study environment is an extension of your mindset. By creating a space that promotes focus and clarity, you're setting yourself up for success. So, ditch the distractions, embrace the power of your surroundings, and get ready to unlock your full learning potential. We've talked about the physical space, the importance of light and organization. Now let's tune into another crucial element of the ultimate study session sound. Believe it or not, the right audio can be a game changer when it comes to focus and concentration. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how certain sounds can instantly transport you back to a specific time or place? The nostalgic crackle of a vinyl record, the soothing rhythm of ocean waves, the energizing beat of your favorite workout song. Sound has a powerful effect on our emotions, our memories, and even our cognitive abilities. When it comes to studying, the right audio can help create a focused and productive atmosphere. It can drown out distracting noises, create a sense of calm and concentration, and even boost our mood and motivation. But with so many options out there, from classical music to binaural beats, how do you choose the right soundtrack for your study session? Section 2. Classical connections. Let's start with a classical music. For centuries, students and scholars have extolled the virtues of Mozart and Beethoven when it comes to hitting the books. But is there any scientific evidence to support this age-old practice? Turns out there might be. Studies have shown that listening to classical music, particularly Baroque music, can enhance certain cognitive functions, including spatial reasoning and memory. The theory is that the complex melodies and harmonies of classical music stimulate brain activity in a way that promotes focus and information retention. Of course, not all classical music is created equal. For studying, it's best to stick with instrumental pieces that are calming and repetitive, rather than dramatic or emotionally charged. Think Bach's Brandenburg concertos or Mozart's Eine kleine Nachtmusik, rather than Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries. Experiment with different composers and eras to find what resonates with you and helps you focus best. Section 3. Ambient atmospheres. If the grandeur of classical music isn't your thing, don't worry. There's a whole world of ambient soundscapes waiting to be explored. From the gentle rustling of leaves to the soothing pitter-patter of rain, nature sounds can be incredibly calming and conducive to focus. Imagine yourself transported to a serene forest clearing, the air filled with the sound of birdsong and the gentle breeze rustling through the trees. Or picture yourself nestled in a cozy cabin, rain drumming softly against the roof as you curl up with your books. Nature sounds have a way of blocking out distractions and creating a sense of peace and tranquility that allows our minds to focus. Thanks to the wonders of technology, you don't need to live in a rainforest to experience the benefits of nature sounds. There are countless websites and apps that offer a wide variety of ambient soundscapes, from ocean waves and thunderstorms to crackling fireplaces and babbling brooks. Experiment with different sounds and see what helps you create your ideal study environment. Section 4. White noise wonders. Now let's talk about white noise. No, it's not just the static you hear on an untuned radio. White noise is a specific type of sound that contains all frequencies within the range of human hearing at equal intensity. Think of it like a sonic blanket, masking distracting sounds and creating a neutral auditory backdrop for your studies. While white noise might not be the most exciting sound to listen to, its effectiveness lies in its simplicity. By blocking out sudden noises and fluctuations in volume, white noise creates a consistent auditory environment that allows our brains to focus without distraction. You can find white noise generators online or as apps, often with options to customize the sound. Some people prefer the gentle hum of a fan, while others find the sound of rain or ocean waves more soothing. Experiment with different types of white noise to see what works best for you. You might be surprised at how effective this simple sound can be in enhancing your focus and concentration. In a world saturated with noise, silence can feel like a rare and precious commodity. But for some, it's the ultimate key to unlocking deep focus and concentration. If you're someone who thrives in quiet environments, embracing silence might be the best gift you can give your studying. Silence allows our minds to wander freely, making connections and exploring ideas without distraction. It's in those moments of quiet contemplation that we often have our greatest breakthroughs and insights. By eliminating auditory distractions, we give our brains the space they need to process information deeply and make meaningful connections. Of course, achieving true silence can be a challenge, especially if you live in a bustling city or a noisy household. Noise-cancelling headphones can be a lifesaver here, creating a personal bubble of silence wherever you go. If you're lucky enough to have access to a quiet space, whether it's a library, a park, or a secluded room in your home, cherish it and make the most of the peace and quiet it provides. Just like with study environments, the best audio for studying is a matter of personal preference. What works for one person might be distracting or even anxiety-inducing for another. The key is to experiment, pay attention to how different sounds make you feel, and find what helps you achieve a state of focused concentration. Don't be afraid to mix it up. You might find that classical music works best for certain subjects or tasks, while ambient sounds are more conducive to others. You might even create playlists specifically designed for different stages of the study process, from focused reading to creative brainstorming. The most important thing is to be mindful of your auditory environment and make conscious choices about the sounds you allow into your study space. By creating an auditory oasis that promotes focus, clarity, and a sense of calm, you'll be well on your way to unlocking your full learning potential. Picture this. A student sits at their desk. Sunlight streaming through the window, a gentle breeze rustling the leaves outside. But it's the sound emanating from their headphones that truly sets the scene for focused study. The soaring strings of Vivaldi, the intricate melodies of Bach, the elegant piano sonatas of Mozart. Classical music for generations has held a hallowed place in the world of studying, often touted for its ability to enhance concentration and boost brain power. But why classical music? What is it about these centuries-old compositions that seem to resonate so deeply with our minds, particularly when we're trying to absorb new information or solve complex problems? The answer, it turns out, lies in the unique structure and complexity of classical music itself. Unlike popular music, which often relies on repetitive rhythms and simple melodies, Classical music is characterized by its intricate harmonies, constantly shifting tempos and unexpected changes in dynamics. This intricate tapestry of sound, far from being distracting, actually engages the brain on a deeper level, stimulating neural pathways associated with focus, memory, and cognitive processing. The brain, presented with these rich and complex auditory patterns, is less likely to wander or succumb to boredom, instead locking into a state of heightened attention and receptivity. It's like giving your brain a mental workout, strengthening its ability to process information and make connections. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or maybe it's more like that pile of laundry you're suddenly compelled to fold when you should be studying. We've all been there, held hostage by the procrastination plague. That insidious voice in the back of our minds whispers, just 5 more minutes on social media, or that Netflix show can't possibly wait. Before we know it, hours have vanished, and that study session we planned has gone the way of the dinosaurs. Procrastination is more than just laziness. It's often rooted in fear, anxiety, or feeling overwhelmed. We put things off because the task seems too daunting, the deadline too far away, or the fear of failure too real. But here's the thing. Procrastination only feeds those negative feelings. The longer we wait, the more the pressure builds, creating a vicious cycle of stress and avoidance. The key to conquering procrastination is to break down those mental roadblocks and replace them with actionable steps. Start by acknowledging the task at hand without judgment. Break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Set realistic goals and deadlines, and celebrate your progress along the way. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your study goals don't have to be achieved in a single sitting. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions lurk around every corner, vying for our attention like digital sirens. Our phones buzz with notifications, our inboxes overflow with unread emails, and the allure of social media is a constant temptation. Taming the distraction dragon is an ongoing battle, but with the right strategies, we can emerge victorious. The first step is awareness. Identify your personal distraction kryptonite. Is it social media, online shopping, or that endless stream of news articles? Once you know your weaknesses, you can start building defenses. Silence your phone, disable notifications, or use website blockers to create a distraction-free zone during your study sessions. Remember, our brains are wired to seek novelty and stimulation. That's why it's important to make studying as engaging and enjoyable as possible. Find ways to make the material relevant to your interests, break up long study sessions with short breaks, and reward yourself for your focus and progress. By making studying more appealing than the distractions vying for your attention, you'll be well on your way to taming that digital dragon. Ever feel like your concentration has the lifespan of a goldfish? You're not alone. Our brains are naturally wired for short bursts of focus, followed by periods of rest and recharge. Trying to force ourselves to concentrate for hours on end is a recipe for burnout and diminishing returns. That's where the Pomodoro technique comes in, a time management method that harnesses the power of focused bursts and strategic breaks. The concept is simple. Set a timer for 25 minutes of focused work, followed by a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle 4 times, then take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. The beauty of the Pomodoro technique lies in its structured approach to work and rest. By breaking down study sessions into manageable chunks, we trick our brains into staying engaged and focused. The short breaks provide a much-needed mental reset, allowing us to return to our studies feeling refreshed and re-energized. Experiment with different timer durations to find what works best for you. Some people thrive on longer stretches of focus, while others need more frequent breaks. The key is to find a rhythm that allows you to maintain a high level of concentration without feeling overwhelmed or burnt out. The Pomodoro technique is a powerful tool for anyone looking to boost their productivity and make the most of their study time. Section 4. Fueling your focus. We all know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but when it comes to studying, the right fuel can make all the difference in your concentration and cognitive performance. Think of your brain like a high-performance engine. It needs the right kind of fuel to run smoothly and efficiently. Avoid sugary snacks and processed foods, which can lead to energy crashes and brain fog. Instead, opt for brain-boosting foods that provide sustained energy and support cognitive function. Think whole grains, fruits and vegetables, lean protein and healthy fats. Blueberries, for example, are packed with antioxidants that can improve memory and cognitive function. Salmon, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, is another brain power booster. Staying hydrated is equally important. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. Keep a water bottle handy and sip on it throughout your study sessions, and don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. When we're well rested, our brains are better able to focus, process information, and retain what we've learned. Section 5. Breaks for the brain. In the marathon of studying, breaks aren't a luxury, they're a necessity. Just like a runner needs to pace themselves to avoid injury, our brains need regular breaks to avoid burnout. Stepping away from your studies for a few minutes can actually boost your productivity and help you retain information more effectively. But not all breaks are created equal. Mindlessly scrolling through social media or binge-watching your favorite show might provide temporary amusement, but can actually leave you feeling more drained and distracted. Instead, opt for activities that truly allow your brain to rest and recharge. Get up and move, take a walk outside, do some stretches, or put on your favorite music and dance. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, improving cognitive function and reducing stress. Connect with others. Chat with a friend, call a family member, or spend some time with your pet. Social interaction can boost your mood and provide a much-needed mental break from your studies. Engage in activities you enjoy. Listen to music, read a book, work on a creative project, or simply spend some time in nature. Doing things you enjoy helps to reduce stress and recharge your batteries, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your studies with renewed focus. So there you have it. We've explored the building blocks of the ultimate study session, from crafting the perfect physical space to curating the ideal auditory atmosphere. We've delved into the science behind focus, tackled the procrastination plague, and discovered the power of strategic breaks. But remember, it's not about rigidly following a set of rules. It's about taking these tools and techniques and making them your own. Think of it like conducting a symphony. You have all these different instruments at your disposal, each with its unique sound and capabilities. The key is to find the right combination, the right tempo, the right dynamics to create a harmonious and inspiring performance. Your study session is your symphony. You are the conductor. Experiment with different study environments, try different types of audio, find what fuels your focus and what helps you relax and recharge. Listen to your body and your mind. Pay attention to what works and what doesn't. Don't be afraid to adjust your approach along the way. I've seen firsthand the transformative power of these techniques. I remember this one student, let's call her Sarah. She was bright, capable, but constantly stressed about her studies. She'd spend hours hunched over her books in a cluttered room, fueled by caffeine and anxiety. Her grades were suffering, and she was starting to lose her passion for learning. Then Sarah discovered the power of creating a study sanctuary. She transformed her desk from a disaster zone into a haven of organization and inspiration. She started incorporating classical music into her study sessions and discovered that it helped her focus and calm her nerves. She started taking regular breaks to go for walks in nature, returning to her studies feeling refreshed and re-energized. The results were remarkable. Sarah's grades improved, but more importantly, she rediscovered the joy of learning. She was no longer just studying to pass exams. She was studying to learn, to grow, to expand her mind, and that, my friends, is what it's all about. Effective studying isn't just about acing exams or getting good grades. It's about unlocking your full potential, expanding your knowledge, and developing the skills you need to succeed in all aspects of your life. It's about cultivating a love of learning that will stay with you long after you've turned in your last exam. It's about the satisfaction of mastering a new concept The thrill of solving a challenging problem, the joy of discovering new ideas and perspectives. It's about the confidence that comes from knowing you have the tools and techniques to tackle any academic challenge that comes your way. So, embrace the journey, embrace the challenges, and most importantly, embrace the joy of learning. Remember that learning is a lifelong adventure, not a destination. It's about constantly seeking new knowledge, challenging your assumptions, and expanding your horizons. It's about the thrill of discovery, the satisfaction of mastery, and the joy of connecting with ideas that resonate with your soul. So go forth, my fellow learners, and create your ultimate study sessions. Transform your spaces, curate your soundscapes, and unlock the boundless potential within you. Embrace the joy of learning and let it guide you on your path to success, fulfillment, and a life filled with wonder.